It can be a dirty subject that most of us don't even like to think about, but we're tackling it today, and we're talking about plumbing. Steve Burbridge, owner of Anthony Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, is here with tips to keep your plumbing running smoothly. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's something we all have to deal with. It's a very important subject.
Correct.
It is. So we're talking about clogs, and you wanted to start with more of the kitchen first.
Right, the food.
Okay, so we'll start over here.
Right, the food waste. So one of the things about food waste is that people don't realize that if you have clogs from your kitchen, oftentimes it's because of your garbage disposer. It's not necessarily in the piping, but the disposers are very, very important. They chop up the food, and people also put things down that they should not put down.
Oh, yeah.
This is a disposer, not a dispose-all. There's a difference.
That's a good way to put it.
And so there are certain foods like eggshells and celery and carrots and rice and things like that you don't want to put down there at all. But the new disposers, they're quiet. They have a big horsepower motor, and they have these grinding chambers that grind up really, really good. So it's people that are having clogs now, and one or two times a year you might have to have your kitchen line opened. If you replace the disposer, usually you don't have to have it opened anymore at all.
Really?
It's that
It is such
dramatic.
a challenge when that happens. I mean, I know we've talked about the fact that I live in an apartment, and I mean, I'm not going to try to tackle this and fix it myself. So calling, for help can be a little daunting. But if you have this looks like a nice brand new.
And this is a 7/8 horsepower. They actually make one that's a 1.5 horsepower. On disposers, it's usually better to get a better model than the cheap model. The cheap models, you're not getting all the features that this has. It doesn't have the double grind chamber and the reversing and all these features.
So it's worth it to spend
the extra bucks. Spend a little extra money, because you'll virtually should not have another call or another drain stoppage unless you put something down there that you shouldn't put down there.
Well, and I've kind of been meaning to ask you about this, about the eggshells, because I've heard conflicting things. So no more eggshells. I will not do that anymore.
The best.
Okay, let's move on to the bathroom.
Okay.
You literally brought in toilets for us today.
I brought in half of a toilet just so you could see that the passageway there. People, you see the shiny and the china on the outside, but inside the toilet, it is not glazed like that. So that's why things get hung up inside there, because this is actually a rough surface and it's not smooth. So most of the time, of course, people don't see what's inside that. That's why I brought that in.
Oh, yeah, I was just shocked to see the inside of a toilet. I mean, I've never seen it, and I've never really looked at the side of my toilet either to see what it looks like.
And you do have a trap that's inside, but there's no. The reason why sewer gases aren't coming up, it's built into the toilet bowl, and that's where the water is trapped in here, so it makes the seal so sewer gases don't come up.
Okay.
But the new toilets today, you can see this one's kind of low. But the new toilets today actually are...
They're fancy.
Well, they're higher. They're 18 inches, so you don't have to sit down quite as far. It's a little bit easier with that, and they usually have the lids are no slam. But one of these, this is kind of unique, is that it is a lit toilet seat. It's hard to tell in the studio, but at night, there's a blue light that glows here, and especially with this down, the whole bowl just lights up at night. It's really...
Well, because I don't like to turn the lights on in the middle, because then it wakes me up. And then also, if you're a woman with a man in the house who likes to leave the toilet seat up, you won't fall in. You can see.
Right.
So we have about a minute left.
Okay, from there we go to the yard. Where's the waste going? And we have plastic pipe on newer homes. Plastic pipe has smooth inside. It's great. This is the problem right here is clay tile. This is in older homes. Probably any home in Kansas City north of 63rd Street is going to have this. And this is porous, and tree roots get inside. So that's not good.
No.
And it breaks. Plastic pipe can break. This one broke. This is an ABS pipe, and you can see, excuse me, it egged right here where the foundation was. This was under the yard, and this was actually in the basement. There's also some older homes have cast iron pipe, and that is also strong, but it rusts, and the inside of it is not smooth, and so it gets blockages in it as well.
So, and these are things you don't see, so you really got to be aware, and that's when you call in the pros like you guys.
And when you buy a home, it's really important to have a camera inspection of this.
Okay.
And that will tell you a lot, because you might have a home where 1 or 2 people are living, and you move in with 5 or 6, and they didn't have a problem with 1 or 2, but when you have 5 or 6, all of a sudden they're like, the sewage system doesn't work. Well, that's because the problem didn't show up with just a few people in the home. Okay, so it's best to be aware. Right. And if you would like to take advantage of the $49 home plumbing inspection and $77 drain opening by visiting anthonyphc.com/KCLive, or give them a call at 816 or 913-268-4669. We will also have a link on kclive.tv later on today. And join us on 41 Action News Facebook page after the show around 12:15 for more with Steve for Facebook Live. Thanks for the good information. Thank you. We appreciate it.